on the right.
Love it, guy.
But he sounds like a nerd emoji.
I'd execute him, but everyone else seems.
Whoa, what?
His head is turned around.
Oh shit! I didn't even see that.
Uh huh.
Oh,
Just
that's
Gotta keep a
uncomfortable.
keen eye. Execute them.
Yeah.
They are among us.
Among us.
Fucking apparently. Jesus.
All right. What happened last time?
We adopted a dog. In the weirdest way possible.
We adopted a mushroom lady in the weirdest way possible.
In the most normal way.
Is it the
possible,
weird?
yes.
I feel like that's one. I feel like you guys
Honestly,
interact with
up
her in a
until-
relatively normal way compared to other ways you can meet. Why'd you put yourself in her cage?
What?
Why'd you put
What?
yourself in her rib cage?
Oh, how'd that get there?
Oh fuck!
I guess she just wanted to keep me in her heart.
Try-
Anyway,
More like you're trying to
yeah.
find a way into her heart.
Her unbeating heart.
We entered the garden, Badger before us, to see a shambler sort of reaching out towards a dog over a corpse, a human corpse, we believe, right? And I think at that point, Jin's speak with animals was over, right?
Mm.
So we didn't know what the dog was saying, but it was similar barks. The mushroom lady did end up backing away as we entered, and I think Badger and Jin, you both like immediately started with the animal handling checks to try and calm the dog down. Understood that. The rest of us kept a keen eye on the shambler. When we heard her voice in our heads, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was Caradoc who asked her, "Are you the lady that woke us up?" Because the voice did sound familiar, which she did confirm that yes, she was. We found out that she did that because she felt like it was the right thing to do. We also confirmed that she was the red lights we saw in our camp, which led us to the spot. So she is able to view through those in some capacity. We learned that she didn't know much about the plague, or anything about the plague, though we do suspect that was a bit of a willful ignorance, sort of not wanting to face the truth of the matter, so to speak. To be fair, she doesn't know or remember much of anything. She didn't even remember her name or how she got here. She just remembered waking up in this place, and it was already, as it is now, like a safe zone. when she woke
Correct.
up. Right. So she didn't know what she did or if she did anything to make it that way. But our hope is that she can do it again. She did leave the gazebo. Sort of stand off to the side while Badger and Jin calm the dog down. How did you guys end up doing that in the end?
I think
we
Go on.
we had to eventually take it away from the body.
Right. You took it away from the body, and Mina picked up the body to bury it in a traditional free roamer way. Denver did spot that the body was sort of reaching out towards something, though upon investigation it didn't seem like there was anything there. So I think the sort of ending theory there was that he was reaching towards his dog when he died.
Yeah.
Which, sad.
Yeah.
Let's see. He had some stuff on him, which a Badger took, including a short sword, some gold, a rope, some other things. Backpack.
Clarify, it was like 35 gold, which is very
It was
significant.
35.
Amount of money.
Yeah, this was definitely a rich
Yeah.
man when he was alive. Now he's just a poor corpse.
Yeah.
All of your guys' money put together, I think, would be like 2 gold.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thereabout.
For
Hey,
reference,
37 gold. Nah.
Who figured out how the man died? I can't remember who
Denver.
did that. It was Denver. Okay.
Yeah. I don't. It was. I remember it was fast. It was not a struggle. It was a slaughter. He didn't really stand a chance, from what I remember.
It's an
But
assassination.
yeah,
And then
but I don't
whoever
remember
assassinated
specifically
him
what
didn't want
wounds.
money or nothing.
Yeah, maybe
it
guys,
was...
maybe guys, mushroom has a dark side.
Ooh.
We
if
did
I remember
ask her,
correctly,
and she
it was
said no. So.
But she also doesn't remember anything.
Yeah.
Whoa.
What else?
I forget when Fayez returned. Was it after we went to the Grove?
After.
Or went deeper? Okay. So the Shambler did walk deeper into the garden, touching all the flowers and mushrooms in passing. They released more of her red-colored spores. Hawk and Eva did follow her in to find her sitting on a large toadstool, like a stool. And I think because we had already failed to convince her to come help with the plague, and she was trying to come to a decision, and her decision was eventually no. Hawk and Eva did talk to her more, ask if she was able in some capacity to at least sense the sickness in people, which she said probably. So we gathered everyone up, and she was able to suss out the sickness, the plague, in Denver, and then who was the other person? Eva?
Eva,
Right.
and I think that's it.
Well, Fayez is also infected, but he wasn't around at the time.
Right.
She was able to, through a hug, sort of extract the bad juju, turn it red, her color, and then did she put it back into the person or into herself?
The
Just more
spores
of a
went out and
vicinity.
turned red, right?
That's what he was saying. They just sort of stayed around the vicinity before dispersing out.
Okay.
But they didn't go to anyone.
Gotcha. So yeah, she took out the spores, the sickness that was in us, and turned it into her own deal, whatever that is. We don't know yet. And then, going down the line of trying to convince her to come with us, we did get a nudge that, hey, maybe it would help if we humanized her by giving her a name. Which Eva had the idea to name her Irina, which is a name that means peace and is associated with a free roamer tale?
Eulonian.
Okay.
It's more than Eulonian. It is a free roam tale as well.
Okay.
Yeah, because she kind of went out into the world, didn't she?
Correct.
I did forget to mention that she is free roamer heritage, but raised in Eulonia?
Switch. Flip it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Eulonian heritage, raised in the free realms.
Correct.
She's currently looking for...
I think it was like her father was free roamer, her mother was Eulonian, but she majorly, if not solely, I think, stayed with her father in the free realms.
Always traveling.
Mm-hmm. I believe she is currently, or was looking for her mother, which is why she returned to Eulonia. Couldn't find her there, so she's now looking for her sister.
She hasn't been to Eulonia yet. She hasn't
she hasn't. Okay.
Yeah, she was mid-transit until she got stuck somewhere.
Oh, where's that?
some Ventori.
Some backwater.
Some Ventori town called Valtonia.
Oh, well, luckily she must have gotten out because now she's in Volcaster. Anyway, I believe it was after we gave her that name that Fayez showed up. Is that correct?
Correct.
And he brought gifts in the form of an armor upgrade for everyone, including +1 bracers for, or just bracers that give a +1 to AC to people with unarmored defense, which brings him to a 21 AC, which is wild at level 2.
Min-max.
Then
Fires is min-maxing.
Get him. No. Quick, make fun of him in a Discord call. And then we had to decide where we were going to go next. While he was scoping out the brothel casino, the pleasure house, he did find a.
Pleasure house is a very good way of describing it because it covers all the bases.
Exactly. He did spot a tunnel beneath the house, which headed southward towards the renegade side, and it appeared to be closer to them than it would be the guards. So that's one avenue we could have chosen, or we could have left the Plague District, headed north to rendezvous with the guards, which we've already made contact with. But that was a choice that we needed to make. For now, I think we decided that we were going to rest for a bit.
A long rest after not an entire day, but a good chunk of the day traveling through a Plague District. A number of people will recover long rest-based resources, obviously, but in the meantime, I asked you guys what your plans are going to be. And I've sent some pieces to some of you that are, how to say, more isolated in your activity. Walked off. Others will be covering today. Is there anything else?
Are we okay to mark those long rest resources now or later?
No.
Okay.
Okay, some dumb shit happens. Or you guys do some dumb shit. Who knows what that could be? Let me change the music. I think up.
One thing that I guess is worth mentioning is Irina was able to sort of gaze into our minds just at will, which is scary. And what she saw there did sort of convince her to help us.
Just don't go betraying her now.
Yeah. Maybe not in all of our minds, but...
Let's see. Will this work? Will this work the way I want it to? Skip. No, it did not work. Okay, fine.
Oof.
Fine! I'll do it myself.
For one reason or another, we decided not to help with the plague. And she's like, I can't believe you all betrayed me like this. And Badger's like, even me? You're just like, no, you're good. You're fine.
I expected it.
Yep. I'm surprised you waited this long.
I opened up your stat block and saw the honor demodifier. Alright. So. Let's see. So just to get our ducks in a row. Hawk, you're going to go investigate the tunnel. You're going to walk with Mina and Fayez, and then split from them. Yeah. Go into the tunnel. Cover that.
And you guys have 2 potions and 2 toxins.
I don't think you'll be needing the toxins.
You've got them just in case.
I mean, Mina and Fayez will take them for their wet work.
Yeah, so they can each have 3 toxins instead. Or is that 2
total?
2 toxins. Okay, then yeah.
You could take a potion, and then one of them will take
If you ask for a 3rd toxin, I do have 3, so I'd give you 1.
I don't want a 3rd toxin. I'm good.
Okay.
I don't want any toxin.
I don't want any toxin. Only solutions. Only antidotes in my life. Okay, so do you want one of the potions?
I'll take one of the potions, yeah, he would.
Okay. Perfect.
D6 plus 4, I think.
I think the rest of you are holding the fort down at the garden with Irina and Eva and Dog. A dog needs a name, though. So we'll have to get there when we get there.
That's Cop's responsibility.
For the time being, we just keep calling it Dog. First name Snoop. So, we return back to you guys beginning your rest, or some of you beginning rest, some of you engaging in some investigative activities, others setting out. Mina and Fayez are literally like one wall over, in theory, in the brothel, so they'll be very close by. And every now and again, you guys do hear the sound of something thumping inside the brothel as the two of them engage in their assassination work. It's actually, it would not be right to call it assassination. It's more over like someone getting jumped in Detroit. Assassination implies some sort of finesse. No, this is more over them just jumping a Shambor. So, as you guys are resting, Eva does begin playing some music under the rationale that this garden is, how to say, protected, considering how the dog was barking so fervently and nothing came to check it. And it might also be a good way to dissuade anyone from coming over, under the rationale of, if you heard a melodic tune in the middle of a dying city, would you find solace or discomfort in hearing it? She would reckon most sane, non-Advent touch, Aventura touch people would leave and gain distance on the sound.
Yeah, that's a nightmare.
She then chuckles at what you guys all did for the dog.
I'd say we were smart or had good survival instincts, but there was a dog.
You're just Aventura touch as well. That's fine. Which is a very similar saying as moon touched, which is to say you're insane.
Yeah,
A little
stupid.
A little insane. No, you can be insane and smart. You're just insane. In the meantime, let's go look through the activities, shall we? Garth, I already sent you some pieces on yours, but we'll come back to you in a moment. Let's go to the dog. What does the dog do?
What does the dog say?
Nothing. He can't talk. Badger, you are in camp with this dog who has, for lack of better word, crashed. It is exhausted from all the barking. It is emotionally drained, no doubt, and has just taken to following you very haphazardly, tiredly. Every time you get up, it will spend a considerable amount of effort to push itself up and chase after you.
The poor baby. Badger will stay in one spot then and let the dog lay its head on his lap while he pets it. He will also have some food nearby for it, just in case it wants it.
It nibbles every now and again, but it's just simply at a loss.
Oh, the poor baby. Yeah, he's just gonna spend his time comforting the dog.
As you are comforting the dog, Irina does walk over and stares at you and the pup for an uncomfortable amount of time in silence.
Hey,
Hello?
you just gonna stand there?
Do you not want me to?
I mean, it's just a little weird.
I'm sorry.
You're just staring. It's okay. You don't know social interactions. You're like a baby.
She blinks at that with her singular eye, unsure if that's a good or bad thing.
We'll get you there. We'll get you there. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You help us, we'll help you.
She looks from you to the dog. He's very sad.
I know. I know he is.
She looks to you. Why are you helping him?
Because animals don't deserve treatment like, kicking them. They deserve love. They're not like people. They're pure heart.
You could see some of the mushrooms on her head bristle. And she gets this smiling expression of her singular eye. I don't know if I agree with people aren't deserving, but it's good that you found some place in your heart for animals.
Well, I appreciate that.
The dog yips, muffled as it's tucked on your lap.
The poor baby. He's gonna just continue to pet it, making it feel comfortable.
Would you like to talk to him?
Talk to the dog? You can do that?
Yes.
I want to talk to the dog.
She crouches down and holds up her hand with a long laceration that allows you to see into the interior of it. And from that gaping wound out comes a small line cloud of spores. Don't be afraid. And she brings it to her mouth, or the lack thereof, and blows with her non-existent mouth the cloud of spores at you and the pup. Slowly but surely, you breathe it in, or it latches onto you. Be careful.
Be careful of what?
She looks between you and the dog. You both carry a heavy heart. And while it might bolster you, you might just be doubling your weight. Be careful.
I'll try.
She nods and stands up and begins walking away. You're not quite sure how this communication works until you hear a yip from the dog, which is still a yip to your ears, but in your mind you can hear the translation.
He'll talk back in his head. It's gonna be okay. I promise. It'll be okay.
Its ears shoot up along with its head as it begins to look around at the source of this message. A comprehended message. Who's there?
It's me, the one petting you. I'm Badger, by the way.
He turns and looks at you. You're not a badger.
No, I'm a goblin, but my name is Badger.
What's a name?
It's something people call you. And you respond to it, Like you say, "Hey Badger, I'm gonna be my attention's gonna be on you."
Oh.
Yeah.
What's my name?
That's a good question.
Can I pick?
Yeah. If you want to pick, you can. I'm not. You're your own being.
It thinks for a moment. I will roll. Actually, wait, no, there's a sheet for him. Let's see. With his -4 intelligence. Oh, that's the GM.
Damn.
Okay.
This dog rolled a 4 and got a 0.
Okay.
Damn.
We can use this for a bit. I want to be Eviscerator.
You know what? That's a good try. but you gotta choose something else.
Slaughterhouse.
You know what? We should go with a normal name. You don't want to be like, I don't want to be like, oh, this is my dog Slaughterhouse, because they're gonna run away from you.
Exactly.
But you're supposed to be a good dog, good dog.
No, I'm a bad dog. Grr,
Yeah.
and it growls. I'm not afraid of anything.
You know what? Fair point. But let's choose a different name. Give it like
Okay.
something a little better.
Okay. I'll keep thinking of one. And it tucks its head back onto your lap.
Yeah.
And every so often it'll perk up its head and give you another name. They begin ranging from violent to nonsensically mundane, like wheat field and things like that.
I got you. How about Buddy? Bit simple.
Buddy.
Buddy.
Here comes Buddy. Its ears
Doesn't
droop
that-
at that. Mm,
Oh, come on. Me
what
and this
cool
dog
name.
argued over names.
You are indeed arguing over names.
What about Ace?
Ace.
Kind of sounds heroic.
Here comes Ace. Yeah. I'm an ace. What's an
There
ace?
you go. It means you're very good. Top of your game.
I'm the best.
Yeah,
Grr.
there you go. Yeah, grr.
It barks, except this one doesn't carry a meaning behind it. You just get a feeling of satisfaction.
Yeah, good boy. And I'll kind of like rub between his ears.
He leans into the rub. He does that dog thing where his leg begins kicking.
He's so cute. I'm loving on my dog right now. Method acting.